Welcome to the Kailah Show. We're about to leave behind those old school beliefs and those low vibe limitations that lead you to exhaustion and to burnout as you grow your business. Together, we will explore how you can 2x your revenue in the next 90 days, how you can reclaim back 10 plus hours of your week, how you can rapidly create a multi-6-figure business or a 7-figure business in less than 12 months. Hello, my love. Whether you're tuning into this conversation in the Facebook group or whether you're tuning into this conversation on my podcast, I am so excited to come in here and share something that has been an extraordinary experience. I just can't even express it. So much has been happening in my world since the beginning of 2024. Like, it has been blowing my mind just how much has happened and how quickly everything is evolving and changing and transforming, and how quickly I'm relieving and surrendering and leaving behind the shit that no longer serves me. And now more than ever, I've never felt more on purpose for what my goal is in this lifetime. And at the time of this recording, which is a full body fuck yes that I need to come in here and share this with you, which, by the way, I have zero notes. This is coming directly from my heart to yours to share with you something that's happening in my personal life and in my evolution, in my ascension, in my connection to the divine. And just know that when I'm referencing the divine or when I'm referencing source, it can be whatever your belief is. Whether it's God, the universe, source, soul, creation, whatever your magic is, just know that I'm referencing that and I'm using my terminology. So my birthday was last week, the 22nd of the 2nd, and this is a portal for the divine femme, the divine feminine. And throughout my life, I have been raised, like all of us, in a very masculine doing, must do, it's not good enough, it's never good enough, I need to do better, all the things, right? Very competitive, very striving to be the absolute best, and rarely allowing space to be and to experience and to see the beauty in everything and to see the joy in the life and the light and to be playful. And on my birthday, I had quite the experience. I went what felt like to hell in terms of every bit of grief that I've ever experienced, the pain of losing mum. There was a level of grief and loss for leaving behind this identity of who I was and stepping into who I am and being able to hold the void and hold the mystery of what's happening between the 22nd of February, when my world came crashing down, and beyond today. It's really hard for me to even comprehend or articulate what I'm experiencing, but the way that I would explain it best would be that the pain that I was feeling was like a consistent, it was like I had no control of my emotions. I was experiencing everything. It was rage, hurt, pain, anger, frustration, deep sorrow, deep pain. I can't explain it. And it was like a purging of all of the pain that I hadn't yet felt. But beyond that, the tears that were just streaming down my face, and this happened in one day, one 12-hour period. Asked my husband, he was like, I have no idea what's going on with you. And I was like, neither do I. But I can't explain it. I just keep crying and I keep crying and I keep crying. And I can't even say that I feel extremely sad, because the feeling that I was experiencing was just joy. Like, I was crying because I was grieving that I'm leaving an old identity, old patterns, old behaviors, old beliefs behind. And I was tearing, like streams of tears that would not stop down my face without me controlling. I couldn't control any of it, just kept coming out through a level of like joy and excitement for what was coming, because it was just like, I can't even, this is the best I can explain it. So I hope that you're tuning in and it's making sense. But there was an overwhelming feeling of such a roller coaster of emotions that I was experiencing. And this actually meant that instead of showing up in my business and just do, like the masculine energy that we're taught to do, because we're not good enough if we don't, because we won't get the results if we don't, because of X, Y, Z, all of the excuses, I have chosen to leave that behind. And so when I'm experiencing these emotions of roller coaster of like things are not okay in my world, and instead of just suppressing it and ignoring it, I decided to question it and observe it and dive deeper and understand the meaning of it. Like, what was going on and what is this here to show me? And what is the purpose of this? Like, what is going on? I want to know. Like, this was fucking exciting. So I learned to be more present in my body. And I learned to, instead of ignoring or suppressing the emotions that were coming up and telling myself, well, it's my fucking birthday, I should be happy. Like, we have horse riding coming up and this is all I ever wanted. We had like that evening, we were going horse riding, me and my husband. And one of our gorgeous, gorgeous friends was looking after our boys after school, so we could go horse riding. Because the one thing that I wanted, and I knew more than anything in the fucking world, was that I didn't want anything for my birthday. I wanted a horse. I wanted to look at the horse in the eye, and I wanted to feel free when I was riding the horse. I wanted to feel at one with nature and the horse. I wanted to feel, you know what, which is coming through to me right now very intuitively, is that I actually wanted to feel the surrender that I'm on the horse. This is huge. I wanted to feel the surrender that there is a horse that is bigger, more powerful than me. Oh my God, this is fucking huge. I'm channeling this right now. I wanted to feel the surrender that there is a horse that is more bigger, more powerful, more scarier, has a mind of its own, can do anything that it wants, and it can over-empower me. I wanted to surrender into that. I wanted to trust the horse. I wanted to feel supported by the horse. I wanted to feel like I was safe enough to surrender to the oneness with this horse. I wanted to feel the wind in my hair. I wanted to be on the horse and looking around and just completely immersing my heart and soul into the beauty that surrounded me. I wanted to be at one with this horse. I wanted to connect with this horse on a deeper level that goes beyond just material things. So what happened from this experience? From the day of my birthday, I went from crying in the morning, just uncontrollably, completely surrendering to the emotion, what I was feeling and experiencing, to the most incredible high of being on my horse and connecting and watching my husband bounce around like a fucking Energizer bunny because he can't trot. It was just like the most incredible thing, the most incredible experience. But what happened after that blew my mind, which is the reason why I went on a 4-day hiatus, because things are moving so rapidly in my world. And it's not because I'm doing all of the things. It's actually quite the opposite. I have not done less ever before. Typically in my business, I would want to do. The results are not good enough. I can do better. It's not enough. I'm not enough. I'm not worthy. All of the narratives that I chose to leave behind. Remember how I shared I was literally uncontrollably crying and I could not hold it back. I said to my husband, I feel like I'm mourning. I feel like I'm grieving. I feel like, and it's not even a connection or like, yes, there was pain of losing mum, but I have done so much healing on that. And mum is the reason why I'm connected to my intuition, because I wanted that connection. Like, there was nothing in this fucking earth that was going to hold me back from connecting to my mom. And I found her. So it's not like I'm living my life with this pain that I can't ever connect to her. I don't have that. So when I was experiencing this grief, I was like, it just feels like the day that I got that you, it feels like the day around 9:45 in the evening where Kurt woke me up from my sleep, Kurt's my husband, and told me that my mum had passed away. It felt like that moment, overbearing grief and surrender to the pain that was coming. Except this felt so different because it wasn't mourning the loss of mum. It was mourning the loss. I was mourning the loss of who I have been up until this point in my life. I had done a complete surrender and transformation, and I felt like a phoenix, a sleeping phoenix that has just fucking risen from the ashes, but in a complete transformation that I don't even recognize myself. And I'm going to share something really vulnerable, and it feels really scary for me to share this, but I am highly intuitive, which is not surprising for many. I can walk into a room, I can feel your energy, I can feel your intention, I can feel what your presence is saying to me before you even say a word. I can feel on a Zoom room what's landing and what's not. I can feel in a Zoom room if there is resistance to what I'm teaching or if there's complete surrender and it's landing. I can tell on a call if somebody has the right intentions or they don't. I can tell what's holding them back, even if it's not what they think it is. I can tell, I know in every part of my being, my soul knows the limitations because I'm being shown it. I can have a less than 30-second conversation with you and I know everything. I can feel it in your core. I can feel if there's a hook. I can feel if there's a limitation. I can feel what is holding you back. And that is the reason why I'm able to mentor my clients on a deeper capacity. Because I'm not just teaching strategy, I'm actually leaning in to what their unique strategy is, what's holding them personally back, what is the narrative that they're telling themselves, and what's actually underneath the surface that they might not be aware of yet. What's underneath the surface that is actually holding them back that overrides the story that they're telling themselves. That is how I've been able to mentor clients up until this point. That is how I'm able to provide the most incredible client experience for my brides, because I am knowing what they need even before they ask for it. But after my birthday, after this complete hiatus, after this transformation, after this complete burning of an old identity, after this evolution and ascension that has been my most recent awakening, I can now speak directly to my spiritual team, telepathically, when I get into state. So before I used to be able to, or even still now, before how I would intuitively know or receive guidance is when I'm distracted. It comes through to me as a thought pattern. Sometimes it's a vision, sometimes it's a memory, sometimes it's words. I can see words, sometimes I can hear it. More often I can feel it, like I'm knowing, well, I know this is the answer. I know this is what's coming up for you. I know this is what's underneath the surface. I know that this is what I need to do next. I know that this is the right strategy for me. I know that that's not for me. All of my senses have been able to understand and connect and channel my intuition. But after my birthday, after this experience, something shifted. Oh my God, I feel so excited to share this with you, which makes me realize even more that this is a complete transformation. I now have the ability to get into state, into silence, into receptivity, into cohesiveness with source, with the universe, with God, whatever it is. And I'm able to connect to my spiritual team. But not only connect to my spiritual team, connect to all of my loved ones. and I'm able to telepathically receive guidance. What? Is this insane? Yes, it sounds fucking insane. But the fact that I am able to receive this has changed everything for me. The guidance that I have received has completely changed the trajectory of my business. It's changed and it's expanded the realm of what I'm here to create and my mission and my purpose. I have never felt more clear on what I'm here to do than right now. I am receiving direct guidance on what I need to do, who I'm here to work for, and what I need to do to allow that to come in. Can we just take a fucking moment? The closest example that I have for this to explain what I'm experiencing, it feels so scary to say it, is Esther and Abraham Hicks. The interdimensional beings, my spiritual team, source, God, whoever it is, they refer to themselves as Henry when they're connecting with me. And the reason why they refer to themselves as Henry is to bypass my programming so that I can receive without questioning. When I'm receiving guidance from Henry, it is a direct activation guidance, and it's telepathically. They are speaking to me, like they are literally speaking to me. Not intuitively, I am receiving guidance from my higher self or my oneness or my source. It's a different entity that is having a conversation with me telepathically when I get into state, which has now unlocked so many codes within me. And it's unlocked this level of mastery that I didn't even know existed. But it's unlocked my desire to spend more time in being and less time in doing, which I find iconic as we lead into the feminine portal that is opening right now. And I think it's one of my greatest gifts to the world is that I spend more time in this state, channeling what I'm here to receive, so that I can show up fully for my clients in my business and for the clients who I'm here to work with who have a special, unique gift to share to the world. And my role is to activate that gift within them. My role is to create the pathway for them to share their gift with the world. Because there is a magic that I innately have within me that activates, that delivers a code that activates your gift within you. And so when my clients work with me, this becomes activated. Their vision becomes expanded. Their goals become clearer. And their action becomes easier. They're able to create illogical results because I give them the pathway that I am being guided to. I know what they need, and I know how they can create incredible results based on what I'm receiving intuitively, based on me getting into state and having that clarity. That gift that I receive is the gift that I'm here to activate for my clients. So it blows my mind that I'm here to do more than just business strategy. I'm here to show the world what is possible. And it's not just through business strategy. And it is everything to do with business, mums, and children. I'm here to show the world what's possible for more generations to come, because we are on the cusp of a complete transformation. Not just me, not just you, but the collective. Huge things are shifting, and it's for the better. This is when we really have the opportunity for us to step into our greatest purpose and live our most fulfilled life and experience everything that we desire without scarcity and without lack. One of my mentors said the most extraordinary, exquisite thing that I've ever heard in my life. Scarcity is literally abundance of lack. So when you think that you are not good enough, or when you think that you can't do it, or there's never enough money and there's never enough clients, you quite literally are channeling an abundance of lack. But what's coming is your opportunity to expand and open up receptivity to creating and receiving, experiencing and having everything that you desire without sacrifice, without lack, without scarcity. Because in the world of what's possible, where you're truly limitless, you quite literally can have, be, and experience everything that you want. And the only thing that is holding you back is you. And the only thing that is holding you back is who you think you are and who you believe you are, of what you believe you're able to create and receive. But if we burn that identity to the ground and we allow a space for you to truly step into your most authentic self, you will create everything that you desire. You will have everything that you desire, and there is no lack or scarcity. There's only abundance in what is. This is one of the most incredible transformations that is happening in the next couple of years. And I'm needing to take a full moment right now because it took me so long to share, even to my family, that I can intuitively connect with mum. I remember when mum was sick. Oh, it's giving me goosebumps. I remember when mum was sick. And when she was sick, I had this very vivid dream. And my nana had passed away. And I had this very vivid dream that I was holding mum's hand and I was holding Nana's hand, and I was like, how come you can't see her? Like, I'm the connector. I'm the connector between the realms. Like, the veil is lit. I am the connector between reality and wherever that is, in another dimension. And so in this dream, I was holding the hand of my mum and my Nana, and mum hadn't passed away yet. So she was here in the reality. She was here in the game. She was here in the experience. Nana was in another dimension. Nana was a different frequency. Nana was ascended. She was in a different form, right? I had the ability to join both worlds. So through me holding their hands, they were able to see each other. I did it with all of my Nana's extended family, her children and everybody else. Everybody could see my Nana except for my mum. I had this one pivotal moment where I had to share this with mum because I felt so like I'm gonna risk looking like a fucking idiot, and I'm gonna risk you saying, oh my God, you're just so silly sometimes, which she always used to do, bless her heart. And I had to risk this one moment of looking like a fucking idiot. But there was something inside of me that was telling me that there was no other way. And so I shared this with mum, and yes, she did, with resistance, accept it. But what actually unfolded was that the key point of the message was that my mum was blocked off from receiving messages and guidance and receiving what was available to her in the support from my Nana. And so through her journey, this started to unravel, and she started to reduce, lower her protection and her boundaries around herself, and she started to feel a little bit more free. She started to experience more dreams. She actually experienced connecting with Nana. And, I'm really divulging everything. And that actually helped her with her transition. But the key point of this message is that so much is shifting and so much is transforming, and we do have the opportunity to live our most abundant and free life. Without sacrifice, without limitation, without lack, without scarcity, without feeling we're ever not good enough. But truly stepping into having it all. And this moment right now feels pretty fucking pivotal for me. Because very much like how I just shared with you that feeling of stepping out into the light and sharing with my mum, scared of the resistance that I would be met with because I was sharing something fucking weird. I don't even feel this right now. I've never felt this. I've never felt this comfortable with sharing my truth. And this is an example of me doing so much inner work, purging all of the shit, stepping away from old identities that used to tell me that I was the weird one and that magic doesn't exist and that I'm fucking loopy and that I don't really know what I'm talking about, and get your heads out of the cloud. All of the things that used to get told to me. Except I don't experience it anymore. I literally do not experience it anymore, because right now I could not feel more in alignment with what I am here to do. And that connection that I have with my mum will always outweigh any single troll on the internet, anybody who has a different opinion. I want to welcome so many incredible women into my world, into my communities, into my spaces, who are here for impact, who are here to create transformations, who are here to create evolution and ascension for our collective, for our community. And I think by sharing this one message and this one transformation that I experienced, I hope that you have loved this entire conversation. I am so excited for what is to come in 2024. And let me know, has this resonated with you? Send me a DM, because I could talk about this all fucking day. But I want to know, what resonated with you? Have you ever had this experience before? Have you ever had an experience where you're like, this doesn't make sense? Have you ever had intuitive guidance where you're like, whoa, that came through really clear. This feels like a really fuck no or a really fuck yes. There is so much available, and I can't wait to tap into that magic with you. In fact, just the word magic alone is just so fucking exciting for me. So share with me in Instagram, send me a DM, what came up for you, share with me what magic was ignited within you, share me what was activated. Let me know in the chat even below if you're watching this on Facebook. I'm so excited that you're here in my world, beautiful, and I hope that you've loved this conversation. This one was a unique one for sure. Thank you for joining me today, gorgeous. If you're loving this episode, it would mean the absolute world to me if you could take a screenshot, share and tag me in all of your socials. I love seeing this podcast reach as many ears, because I want to help so many women access more time, more revenue, more growth in their business without sacrifice. This is my absolute goal for this podcast. So don't forget to hit subscribe or follow and leave an epic 5-star review, because for every review, you will receive free access to my Ignite Master Course, which was worth $2,991. So Ignite was a 3-hour business growth conversation to help you overcome your challenges, accelerate your business, and implement strategies that will help you to access more revenue, more time, and more growth, and help you to create the lifestyle and business of your dreams in the next 12 months. For every review, I will send you through access for Ignite Mastercourse. This is insanely epic. So once you've left your review, send me a DM with the word Ignite, and I'll send you through your discount code so you can access Ignite for free, gorgeous. Thank you so much for joining me, and I shall see you in the next episode.